Hey folks, this is RogueMogul. I got challenged by CM Moto to do the 10 things I hate about my bike challenge. And yeah, I'm going to try and do that. First off, I want to start with it's not real easy for me to find 10 things that I don't like about this motorcycle. Let's be honest. We buy motorcycles because we've researched them online, we've test-ridden them. I think we've gone to just about every length that we possibly can so that we dislike as few things about the vehicle as possible. But I realize the point of this exercise is to get really, really nitpicky. So let's start it off. First thing, I don't really care about the mirrors too much. You know, I guess they work okay, but they kind of look weird. When you look at the motorcycle from certain angles, it actually kind of looks like bug antenna or some shit like that. Not real crazy about it. I tried doing some underbar mirrors in true Super Moto style. Hypermotard. Red light. So I tried some underbar mirrors and that just didn't work out for me. The ones I had, I couldn't angle correctly to actually see anything but my gut when I was trying to look behind me. So that seemed kind of useless. Traffic. Item number 2 that I don't really care for is these handguards. I like handguards in general, but these are cheap. They're floppy, they're plastic. I think they could have made a whole lot better. The other thing I don't like about the handguards is that they have the turn signals built in. So if I want to ditch the handguards, I got to find another way to mount turn signals. And that just kind of blows. Item number 3, I really like the electronic dashboard, but what I don't really care for is the electronic tachometer. I'm an old dude and I like dials. I like dial indicators. I grew up with them in my cars. You know, tachometer is supposed to be fucking analog. Does it get in the way of anything I do riding-wise? No. So it really doesn't matter. But would it be cooler with an analog? Sure. Would it look right on this motorcycle? Probably not. Number 4, lack of a gear indicator. I know this is a pretty serious problem because on the new version, I think it's the Hypermotard 939, the new Hypermotard has a gear indicator on it. So I know Ducati said, we fucked that up. We'll fix it. Number 5, the stock levers. The stock levers that came on it were just kind of fucking generic. They definitely cheaped out on the levers. But I guess everyone's got their own personal preference as far as levers is concerned, so, you know, how are they supposed to know? This traffic is just not working out to my advantage today. Oh, well, fuck it. Yeah, where was I? Right, the levers. So I replaced the levers with some Pezos. They were pretty cheap on eBay, so I figured why not. And they feel fine. They're adjustable, at least, which the original ones were not. I'm going to get a copyright strike for that. Item number 6 is the fueling. This is not the smoothest fueled motorcycle I've ever ridden in my life. And for a premium, quote, premium Italian brand, I think it should be better. And the only upgrade that you can buy from Ducati comes with the Termignoni exhaust, and that's upwards of $1,500. That's the only way to get that map as far as I am aware, and that kind of sucks. So, you know, there's all sorts of tuners and shit that you can get, but none of them are standard. Like a Power Commander 5 won't work because of the way the closed loop and open loop portion of this fuel injection system work, or so I'm led to believe by the people on the Ducati forum. The next thing is the controls. Really specifically the turn signal indicator thing. That button is fucking balls cheap, and it never feels like it's working, and sometimes you have to hit it 2 or 3 times in order for it to actually register a turn signal indication. On to number 8. Lack of suspension adjustability. That's probably a fairly minor gripe. I just kind of thought that a motorcycle of this caliber that's meant to be performance-oriented would have adjustable suspension on it. Oh dear. Sorry, dude. The higher-end model, the SP model does, but the base model does not. And it's not like the SP was really that much more expensive. So, I mean, I kind of feel like at this price point, they could have put adjustable suspension on it. It has an adjustable clicker in the rear, but that doesn't do shit. Number 9, lack of color variety. This is a real sad one. But, I mean, hey, it was only offered in 2 colors. The Hypermotard was. Red or flat black. Now, I've already got a black motorcycle, and I'm not a real big fan of red, but I got it because they had it. That's probably the worst reason to get it, but I just think that Ducati could step up its game a little bit. Again, you are a premium Italian brand. Step it up. Come up with some better colors. And number 10 is the perception of spotty reliability. Whenever you tell anyone that you've got a Ducati, they're like, oh, has it broken yet? The perception of spotty reliability. That notion is being perpetuated with the help of a certain Canadian motovlogger, who, by the way, went from Ducati to KTM. What the fuck? That's a lateral move if I've ever heard of one, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, this thing is liable to cough up a valve on the way home from work today. I don't know, but is it any more likely to be mechanically fucked up than any other motorcycle or any other vehicle? Inherently, I don't think so. There have been a few Hypermotards that have had electronic problems, but it's not been all of them. It's not been a large percentage of them. It's just that you're always going to hear about the worst ones. So yeah, that's probably the conclusion of my 10 things I don't necessarily love about my Hypermotard. I mean, I don't want to do a 10 things I hate. There's nothing I hate about it. Just some things that, you know, when you sit down and you actually kind of agitate the brain a little bit and say, well, if you absolutely could change something, what would it be? Those are the 10 things I'd change. The last part of this is getting to tag someone else to do this, and I would like to tag Vintage Corey, and I'd like to hear about the 10 things that he doesn't love so much about his CB 1100. Anyhow, folks, that's it for me. This is RogueMogul. Thanks for taking this ride with me. I really do appreciate it. If you got any questions that you want to ask me, or if you have anything to add to this discussion, put it in the comments section below. Alright, talk to you guys next time. I'd like to thank CM Moto for tagging me in this challenge. It's been fun. Thanks, bro. What? Dude, bro, dude. That's a hella truck. Bro-dozer. There's just a hell of a lot of people that are too fucking cool to wave. That guy thinks he's a fucking hard ass. Well, fuck you, man. You're a piece of shit. Yes, sir. Fuck you and that ratty iron horse you rode in on. That speed limit sign is just swinging. What a failure. You had one job, and it was to put 2 bolts to fasten that speed limit sign to the pole. And you fucking failed. American craftsmanship. Yeah, boy.